I would not have a problem with Stephen A. Smith showing grace to Ryan Garcia if he showed grace to Allen Iverson. Kyrie Irving. You could have gave something to Kwame Brown. You didn't. The most anti-black Stephen. Which one is the most anti-black Stephen? I saw this and I laughed, man. I said, damn, man, that's funny. And I said, why they put that out about Stephen A. Smith, man? Now I heard my man Faison Love, right? Comedian Faison Love was roasting Stephen A. Smith.
How did you get that job, Stephen? Stephen A.? Then you got to know the nerve to tell me the trial was televised for 6 months. Yeah, and so was the verdict. Did you not see the verdict? Or were you bad? Because when you grew up in that white family, y'all said, oh, they lit him off, Ma. You are a disgrace. A disgrace. Then you got the nerve to quote Jay-Z? Like he's a bearer of light? Are you stupid? He been saying, but I'm not black. I OJ. First of all, you misquoted him. Both of you ignorant ass straws misquoted him. The exact quote is, I'm not black or white, I'm OJ.
So Faison Love was roasting Stephen A. Smith because Stephen A. Smith was saying all these negative things about the BET Awards as far as them for like 20 seconds, not even 20 seconds. They put O.J. Simpson's likeness on the screen for people that passed away. Famous Black Americans who passed away that year. They put O.J. Simpson's face up. So Stephen A., you know how he is. He never saw a view he didn't like. So he goes on a rant about how horrible the mitigated goal of the BET Awards to put O.J. Simpson's likeness on the screen. You know, what you doing celebrating here? What are you doing? He made it sound like the BET Awards gave a eulogy to O.J. Simpson when all they did was put his picture on the screen with some of the other people that passed away. And Stephen A. went on his thing and he made a big deal about it. This video is not really about did O.J. Simpson do it. We can have that argument forever. And frankly, I'm tired of that argument. What I want to talk about is Stephen A. Smith and this Ryan Garcia guy. See, Ryan Garcia is a boxer, and Ryan Garcia says some horrible things. Well, first of all, he's a boxer that got found to be doing some doping, right? So he got suspended from the Boxing Federation for a year for doping.
Boxer Ryan Garcia. Once again, he's making headlines for all the wrong reasons. Yet again, away from the ring, of course. The latest incident occurred during a live stream on social media where Garcia repeatedly used racial slurs against black people and even disparaged Muslims. As a result, the WBC expelled Garcia from any activity with the organization. This follows the 1-year suspension he also received from the New York State Athletic Commission after a positive test for a performance-enhancing drug. The suspension is retroactive to Garcia's April 20th decision victory over Devin Haney, which was overturned due to a no contest. Here's what Garcia's family had to say in light of the recent decision from the WBC. Quote, our son has recently made statements that do not align with his or our family's true character or beliefs. He should be suspended indefinitely. There should be a disassociation with him from the sport of boxing because the things that he's doing and the kind of trouble he finds himself in are not a byproduct of boxing. In all likelihood, it's a byproduct of alcohol and drugs. I've interviewed Brian Garcia on at least 2 or 3 occasions. Actually, I've been very fond of him. I like him a lot. Once upon a time, I felt that he had a chance to be the new face of boxing. I've interviewed Brian Garcia on at least 2 or 3 occasions. Actually, I've been very fond of him. I like him a lot. Once upon a time, I felt that he had a chance to be the new face of boxing. I did make it contingent upon him being able to beat Gervonta Davis, which he did not do. He got dropped in the second round and then got the fight stopped in the sixth round due to a body shot, okay, from Gervonta Davis. And so that's where that happened. But in the end, as we look at him right now, he definitely seems to have a screw loose. And nobody is interested in being compassionate right now when you insult black people, when you insult Muslims, as he did in that video, okay? Bringing up George Floyd, talking about, calling himself a member of the KKK and all that. He does not seem in his right mind. He seems out there. And he has completely tarnished his career. Once upon a time, Ryan Garcia was absolutely positively box office. I'm not trying to imply that he's not box office. A left check from Gervonta Davis. And I believe that Ryan Garcia feels completely hosed because he had to give in to all of those stipulations for Gervonta Davis because he was embarrassed because he can't get over the fact that he lost to Gervonta Davis. If Ryan Garcia had beaten Gervonta Davis, I don't think we're seeing all of this. I think we're seeing a brother that's at the top of the heat in the fight game. That's absolutely box office. And we'd be talking about who he's going to fight next. I think that's what we'd be seeing. But he lost to Gervonta Davis, and that's what this is about.
Nah, brother. Stephen A. Smith was making a lot of excuses for Ryan Garcia. He just said, I really liked the guy. Thought he could be the face of boxing. Really a promising guy. He gave him a lot of grace. A lot of grace. I don't know, guys. I don't remember him giving so much grace to black basketball players or black football players. Yeah. Guys, the stuff that Garcia was saying, pretty whack. I remember him giving basketball players, football players a lot of trouble for smoking weed. This guy was smoking performance-enhancing drugs that gave him an unfair advantage in the ring. And he got suspended for it. That says something about character, right? That goes to character. That goes to fairness. That goes to integrity. That goes to breaking all the rules. And then this guy's on the live stream.
You want to be a Muslim because Muslims support you. You weird, bro. You're like a gay ass, bro. You, bro. You and Muslims and little kids. Bro, all you, bro. You guys are weird as all you Muslim ass, weird ass.
Oh, but he wasn't done there. It's not just Muslims that he has a problem with, apparently.
I'm anti-black.
I've got the AK-47 ready. Let's get the next George Floyd.
Hey, let's go bring George Floyd back to life and kill that again.
But Ryan Garcia was on a live stream just saying all these horrible things, man. Using the N with the hard R. Just being racist as hell. Just doing it. So whether this guy has CTE, I don't know. But Stephen A. Smith has a knack for doing volatile stuff and choosing whack sides of arguments. I think it's just a ploy. I don't get it. Stephen A., you got mad at BET because they put up O.J. Simpson's picture. You give black basketball, football players more grief than most any other commentator. And you say you're doing it because you really love the black community. Then you got this guy who used the N-word about 10 times. And that's I'm pretty sure it was about 10 times. In rapid succession, not even talking to black people. In derogatory manner. And also was, dumping on other people as well, like Muslims. And it's a bunch of excuse after bunch of excuse. And now you're like, it's because he's going over a hard time in his life? Because he lost a fight? So that means people that shouldn't care about what he said out of his mouth that day? My thing is, man, why we can't love ourselves as much as we love other people? Yeah, why can't you love us as much as you love him? That's all I'm trying to get people to do, man. That's all I'm saying. Let's love ourselves as much as you love them. It would not be a problem, Stephen A., if you had, let me be clear with you. Let me be clear, man. I would not have a problem with Stephen A. Smith showing grace to Ryan Garcia if he showed grace to Allen Iverson. I would not have a problem if Stephen A. Smith showed grace to Ryan Garcia if he showed grace to, I don't know, Kyrie Irving. Hey, Kyrie Irving didn't use the N-word and call Muslims this or call anybody anything. He posted a link to a movie, and you went on a 20-minute rant about how horrible he was. I remember it. He didn't take performance-enhancing drugs. He shared a link to a video that anybody could see on the internet that wasn't banned, that wasn't anything illegal, nothing. And you gave him shit for weeks because it made you money. This guy Garcia dumps on us as a people. See, I have no problem with Grace. You could have gave some to Kyrie Irving. You could have gave some to Allen Iverson. You could have gave some to Kwame Brown. You could have gave some to Kwame Brown. You didn't. Why can't you love us the way you love others? You sure love Jerry Jones. Gave him the benefit of the doubt. I remember the whole thing about, was he there? Little Rock, Arkansas. Don't let the blacks in the school. Him at the door with the other thugs, making sure the black kids don't get to go to school in their school. You gave him a pass. Oh, he was a kid. What's big deal? What's the problem? The problem is consistency, Stephen A. You consistently claim that you like coming out saying, Black America needs answers. Black America this, Black America that. Nah, start off by saying, I, Stephen A. Smith, think this. I, Stephen A. Smith, thinks that. Stop saying Black America. Black America needs to know. You held Will Smith because he slapped Chris Rock. I mean, I didn't think it was cool he slapped Chris Rock either. I said that publicly, but you know what I did not do? Go on a 20-minute rant of how Will Smith should not be able to, years later, make a movie. Because he ain't explained himself yet to the Black America. I'm just speaking up for Black America. Now, speak up for Black America when you go after Jerry Jones. That's when you can speak up for us. Speak up for us when you go after Ryan Garcia. That's when you can speak up for us. How about that? See, once again, guys, I don't have a problem with you, Stephen A. I find you interestingly funny. I find you comical. You are a funny guy. You're an interesting character to watch. You know what I'm saying? As a person that does content, I find you entertaining. I like the fact that you have your own style. And that's no cape. No cap. That's no cap. Okay? Really believe that. You know what I'm saying? I like people that talk loud. I talk loud. You know what I'm saying? Here's the thing though, bruh. Be consistent, fam. Yeah, be consistent. Ride for us like you ride for them. You know what I'm saying? Don't reserve your tough love just for us. Be supportive of us. See the goodness in us like you see the goodness in Ryan Garcia. Against all evidence, contrary to all evidence, you find a way to give this guy grace. But you couldn't do that with others. So that's my problem with you, Stephen A. Smith. I don't know if you ever see this video, but it's a problem. It really is. And until you can see the shit that you do, I'm going to have to ask you, stop saying, as a Black American, I feel that I need to speak up for Black America. Stop doing that. Ain't nobody elect you nothing. Ain't nobody elected you, selected you. No one asked you to speak up. Nobody wants you to speak up for Black America. It's a free country. We can all speak for ourselves. So I get that, but your opinion tends to be a little bit jaded, Johnson. A little one-sided when it comes to the blacks.